Caesar, you are so fucked, buddy. Seriously. Okay, so hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece episode 795. I'm sorry this review's late, guys. I got no other reason other than I just completely forgot about this episode. I didn't watch it until just recently, to be honest with you. So yeah, I guess let's just not waste any time and let's get into it. Right off the bat, one big ass. Actually, there are two nitpicks I have with this episode. The first is the character is the characters looked very it was selected times, not all the time, but there were selected times in this episode where the characters looked very off model, and normally I wouldn't bring that up, except in this case there were times where the off model designs of the characters was a little distracting in this point. But yeah, normally I don't bring that up because I've kind of expected it by now, but just in this particular episode's case, it was a little distracting with how off model the characters were. Um, Another thing is, there was another point in this as we see in this episode. The beginning of this episode was mainly just the beginning of this episode mainly just it was Pedro and Brooke just kind of sneaking around, gathering and spying on everyone and whatnot. And I'm not sure. I'd have to reread the manga on that one, but I'm pretty sure that whole scene was extended a little bit, and it did kind of drag the episode down a bit for me too. Because if there was, I don't remember the scene being that long, but and if it was extended, then yeah, I wish they hadn't extended it, honestly, because it did drag it down a little bit. But there was still a bit to take away from that. The first one is that an established is that we get more on Pedro's past and how he did have a run and with Big Mom and specifically the one person he did have a run in with was Tomago. So that just kind of I assume from the way that exchange went between I think it was Tomago and the guards. I think it was less than friendly. I think they probably had a lot. They duked it out. Probably they probably used clash swords, clash fists, that kind of thing. So yeah, you definitely get a little more on Tomago and Pedro's association in this one. Um, Another thing to take away, I don't know if many people are gonna notice this, but there's a very brief scene where the camera switched focus from Brooke and Pedro to some flowers. Specifically, though, it switched when Brooks asked how they gathered all that intel on them, and and it, like I said, it switched it switched to the flowers from Brooke and Pedro to the flowers to from Brooke and Pedro to the flowers only when Brooke had mentioned the intel. So that makes me think Big Mom has fucked. She's already a fucked up big bitch, but so just to add to it, I bet Big Mom has some weird ass surveillance system, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's specifically I wouldn't be surprised if that's a secondary function as far as why everything. We don't know the details yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if whatever is making these like all these objects and flowers and whatnot have these faces. I bet it's that is part of the reason. I bet that all that shit of all these shit of all these flowers, all these plants, these objects having faces. I wouldn't be surprised if it does serve the secondary function of serving as a surveillance system for in fact, in order to keep an eye on all of Big Mom's enemies. Like yeah, I wouldn't be if like it would make sense in a way. Like I don't Oda. He's one who doesn't like to do anything unless it deserves a purpose, and in this case, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if all these weird ass creatures and flowers and whatnot are in fact serve some sort of purpose in keeping the surveillance system and keeping an eye on everyone. So yeah, they're being watched by basically everyone in this country through basically just random fucking objects. They're being watched by Big Mom in this country just through random fucking objects, and yeah, it just really suits Big Mom. Uh, And I guess I better get to. I also gotta get to Caesar now. Like I said, Caesar. Like I said in the beginning of this video, Caesar is so fucked. He's so fucking screwed. Like, yet at the same time, I can't help but laugh at that fact that he is screwed because he basically did this to himself. He even said it in the Dressrosa arc. He swindled money out of Big Mom, and we see in this he was just using it for just women in order to pleasure himself or whatever. But yeah, he was just using it for his own selfish desires. He wasn't even fucking using any of that cash for any of that cash for any of that cash for any sort of fucking research. Like, and but yeah, like he did this to himself, and like I think it shows that I think it shows in a way that he was living way. And another thing about it is Caesar basically said he only did that shit because he had Joker under his protection. Uh, Caesar, buddy, and to think of Caesar, buddy, you were aware that Joe Flamingo was afraid of Kaido, right? So he wouldn't have been able to do so in that case if he was afraid of fucking Kaido, who I still think is a goddamn monster, who we all think is still a goddamn monster. I don't think he would have done shit against. I don't think he would have been able to do shit against Big Mom. If he's scared of Kaido, then yeah, he wouldn't have been able to do shit against Big Mom. I think that fact needs to be established. And yeah, in either case, you are not fucking safe at all. Don't go. So I wouldn't go like I wouldn't. So Caesar, yeah, you're a dumbass for just letting your guard down in general. You cannot let your guard down against any of these fucking any of these emperors. Okay, they will fuck you up in any situation. we also get introduced to another one of Big Mom's sons, who's the Minister of Candy. Who's get introduced as the Minister of Candy, who's Charlotte Prospero, I think is how you pronounce it. And all I have to say about that particular character's character design is: did Lickitung breed with a human, or did we just splice the Lickitung Pokemon's DNA and combine it with the humans? Because that's what I got when I was first looking at the whole everything with everything with the Minister of Candy. Like, the dude looks like what you get with Lickitung, and you splice the DNA. Like, god damn it, that is just fucking creepy as shit. Like, just having his tongue out like this, like, frick. Like, Oda definitely likes to go creepy with the designs, and yes, that is one creepy ass design for a character. But yeah, but just the fact that one of Big Mom's sons is watching Caesar again just indicates that Caesar is fucking screwed. Like, he said it, like Big Mom expects the gigantification stuff in 2 weeks, and Caesar said it would take fucking years just to get done. So yes, Caesar, I'm not envious of your whole situation, bro. I hope. I almost want to see him get his comeuppance, but at the same time, I know that when you're dealing with an emperor, yeah, it's best not to really even weigh the options on that shit. Um, and so, and I guess moving on to the last thing. Oh yeah, and we also get reintroduced to Capone in this one, and Capone, right now he's doing some shady shit in this one. We see him start by presumably killing Peckham's, and I think it's more than obvious at this point that his whole thing of allying with Big Mom, yeah, I think that's him just. I think that's him just taking advantage of the whole situation and just spewing BS. I think what he's doing is he's waiting it out, and he's waiting for the perfect opportunity in order to take Big Mom down. I think that's more than likely what he's doing, because if you if you look at the whole setup, he basically shoots Peckham's in order to stop him from talking. That's the obvious thing, and then and then he, and, but yeah, so like yeah, I think yeah, Capone, so he just shoots him to stop him from talking, and then but more than that, he also, even before shooting him, he also tries to get Peckham's as an ally, almost like he is plotting something too. So yeah, I think he was hoping Peckham's would turn against Big Mom, but big big he. And just from Peckham's last line, actually, where he said, "You're completely underestimating Mama." So yeah, I think yeah, in a way, like I think he's right. I think Capone is underestimating Big Mom, but it's definitely clear that yeah, Capone is after Big Mom's head. He wants to take down Big Mom, and oh boy, that should be intriguing. I think, and the thing of it, I think it is also setting up for a possible. I think it's also setting up for a possible another alliance between Capone and Luffy, and if that is the case, then it should be it should be interesting to see because we definitely know that what one of Luffy's biggest goals of taking down Big Mom is to get is to in fact get is to in fact get is in fact get Fishman Island under her control. Is to rip Fishman Island away from her control. That's one of Luffy's goals right now. So I think once they defeat Big Mom, it's going to be a total split. If they ever defeat her, honestly, I still have my doubts about that. But if they defeat her, I think it's going to be a total war about who gets Big Mom's territory. Honestly, but yeah, I think it's be a bit of a conflict of interest of who's going to get Big Mom's territory at that point between the two if that does go down. Oh, and yeah, Capone's son, infant son. He's definitely cute. I'll say this: he's definitely cute in only the ways a mother could love. Because seriously, the kid has a 5 o'clock shadow on his lip. So, what the fuck? Like, wow. One final thing, actually, I want to mention in this episode: Luffy. I did mention earlier how I had two problems with this episode. The first one, of course, was the off model, was that many characters were a little off model. That part was already established. But Luffy, you are beyond the fucking level of dumbass. You are beyond the level of dumbass. So I'd even wager to say he's a fucking retard at this point. He's reached retard levels. Like, I'm not sure if this is the anime's part of. I want to believe it's. I want to believe all these scenes with Luffy doing this dumb shit is kind of anime only, but I need to go back and read the manga because I don't remember this. I don't remember Luffy going. I don't remember Luffy having. I don't remember Luffy have coming like rounding up all these copies of his crew. But seriously, Luffy, when he captured that fake Sanji and he realized another one popped up, he couldn't fucking put two and two together, Luffy. Luffy, what the fuck? Put two and two together. Luffy, you're not. You might be inept, but you're not this dumb. Put two and two together, dumbass. You could easily figure it out. So do it. And please, just. None of those guys are your crewmates. Put it together. They're all animals, Luffy. Like, shit. I'm not gonna write on that one. I just thought I'd say that, yeah, Luffy's dumbass moment in this episode was more than I could take. Like, I know Luffy's inept, but he's not that much of a dumbass. So I'm not sure if it was if again I'm not sure if this was Oda's if this was on the manga and it was on Oda's part or if it was Oda's slip up or whatnot or if this was on the anime's part. But either way, someone fucked up in Luffy's characterization here. I think even Luffy would be able to figure it out by now. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I've got for my review of One Piece episode 795. Yeah, I'm sorry this one's late. I'll sorry this one's late, but but better late than never, right? But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, or follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Knight of MMA, signing off. Later, guys.